Good morning. Hope everybody's doing solid this morning. See here, we got our pre-market high and low marked on the chart. Got volume profile, kind of seeing what nodes we got. We got some sellers here. We got a market's looking pretty fair here. So bouncing off this pre-market low. I would say your current players are probably seller here. And yep, a little seller here. We'll see. We got these are pre-market sellers, so see how that actually reacts. Bouncing off pre-market lows, and that's it so far. We will see how this turns around. No take on anything right now. All right. There we go. So here we are. This is a bit of a trap right here, bit of a trap pattern. In pre-market context, I might be able to take it because it is at an extreme. But this, we might be in this context for a little bit. We'll find out. I might be able to go one. Might be worth. I go light into it, not heavy. What would I be risking here? 30 points to like $30. Down to pre-market lows again. This is kind of according to the strategy.
Order filled.
All right, we're gonna stay right there, and then I'm gonna do a 3.2125. There we go. All right, we'll see. Go light. Roughly 3-to-1 risk with a pullback. Yeah, this is not 100% according to the strategy, but it is enough of a context to where it could still really work. So dumping off.
Order filled.
Whoops. Whoa. That was crazy. So yeah, that's why I went light. Now according to strategy, small, tiny baby loss. So it's fine. The trading idea still could have worked pretty good. But obviously, so now I won't take really any trap patterns. This, so on the volume profile, we're gonna look down here. Wait for it to load. It's taking a while to load. Interesting, it's not loading. That's all right. We'll pretty much know where the nodes are anyways. So you should get a bit of a node here. So this would be a bit of a node. And then if we came down here, it'd be a bit of a node. It would probably look something like probably look something like this. I get a little bit of a node here, and then more of a node here, and then it'd be really thin. Put your node here, basically. Oops. Well, that's basically what it would look like. You saw the shape. So the idea is that's where liquidity can kind of be. What is going on? Why is my screen locked? That happened. All right. Well, that's weird. Stuck at the whim of the screen right now. All right, breaking below pre-market lows. Decent amount of volume. Might take the short here. I need that volume to ramp up. Flushing pretty solid. Need to figure out why. Can't move my chart around. It's fine. I don't really. Oh, there we go. Back. Wow. I guess we are good. All right. Buyer stepping in a little bit here. Really just a lot of volume here. Holding up pretty good. This seems like it's running into some of these buyers over here. I don't know, actually, those seem like they should get swept. Let's see. Yeah, those buyers should actually get swept. All those buyers should get swept. I would expect this whole thing to get swept, actually. We might be in for a really bearish day. This isn't real buying, technically. This isn't real buying. It all comes down to like this buyer, this buyer, this buyer. These guys are real. The rest of this is just reactionary, so for it to even come back up is pretty tense. If this comes back in the pre-market range, I'm taking that long. If it doesn't, then staying short. That volume is intense. Intense. 48 seconds left. Ooh. Oh my. Heavy. I go short.
Order filled.
All right. I'll look for another leg down here. That is real selling. Interestingly enough, these buyers, I don't know why we're even getting buying this level here. People might, trying to think. Yeah, this doesn't really make sense to me. None of it makes sense. I assume it's all gonna get ran through. All of it looks like it's gonna get ran through. And this is easily looks like a target here, so let's just hope it plays out. If it comes back up at the pre-market range, you'll assume tons of bears are trapped though, and this thing could rip up for the rest of the day. But we're gonna take this trade anyways. Yeah, so I hope you guys had a good weekend. Back on the trading week grind here. Published a lot of articles yesterday. Popular ones are Palantir. Saying the bubbles popped on Palantir. We have Nvidia. I think Nvidia is actually near its top. I think we're actually going to get finally a retracement on Nvidia. Personally, I think the whole market's a bubble right now, but everyone's been thinking it's been a bubble for years. So if you weren't a part of the bubble train, then you got smoked. But we'll see, man. It's been an interesting ride. Popping up. I thought I had the footprint on here. Oh, that was on Trading View. That's right. Oh well. Big strong bull coming in. Pretty crazy on the 15-minute. This looks very bullish. It comes back up in the pre-market range. Oh boy. I get ran through with this one. There'll be a little bit of resistance there, but this thing could run all the way back up. Morning fake out. Still the initial balance is happening. About 30 minutes to an hour. Man, all the way back up into range. That's crazy. I'm going to stick with my original consensus, but that is still crazy. Comes back into range. 15-minute looks a lot really bullish if it stays up in this range. Really bullish. It would be highly likely we're going to get stopped out. Down to this 15-minute player here. That's who we're looking for. See if we stay out of that. Stay out of this pre-market range. If we do much stronger case for the short, doji would it be bad as well, really. But anything's better than us closing in the pre-market range. We close in the pre-market range. Not gonna look good. Like I said, I don't know why this buyer is buying here. Doesn't really make any sense to me. This is the only buyer I see. This one right here, he's hanging on by a thread. That's it. We close below him, we should move way past on a 15-minute. We need to close below him. This is like some kind of powerhouse kid playing this, then not kid. Powerhouse, like a solo hero. Hold the market up, the sliver. Two minutes till this candle closes. Bulls are they're looking to defend this. This is crazy. Boom. Let's see on the 15 seconds, see what happens individually when it gets close to this candle. Look at that. Very interesting. Look at that. Still a little bit of a reaction. See that? Look at that. This player is just no joke right here. Got 50 seconds left. The 15-minute candle. And this guy's just looking to accumulate. This is crazy. Right off the morning. So this dude never left. From the 15-second, this is what happens when you have a player in the market and they'll call these liquidity sweeps, but really what it is you just might have heavy selling and the algorithm's having a hard time keeping up. They are buying. So finally, when the algorithm keeps up, because it's saying basically buy anything below this area, that's what it does. Oh, and our 15-second close right, I'm sorry, 15-minute close right below pre-market highs. This is still pretty damn bullish, excuse my language. This is pretty bullish, but the fact that it didn't close above pre-market highs, that like helps our case maybe another like 15%. But this close here, I would say, is probably reduces our chances by like 30% of it catching down here. So, and us getting stopped out increases our chances of getting stopped out by 30%. So, keeping an eye on. I don't necessarily need to, but keeping a peep here. I mean, this is a little battle here. Shorts are really trying to suppress it, but because it just looks funky, but buyers are just dredging this up. Staying below pre-market lows. You can see they're trying to keep it below pre-market lows here. Look at that. What is going? We're between these two guys in the market right now. It's pretty crazy. Well, let's take a look back at our 5-minute. So we did close above and back into pre-market lows, closed below pre-market lows, wicked up off this buyer, came up, couldn't find new buyers, and it's getting shoved down again. So very interesting dynamics for this morning. Very interesting dynamics. This feels pretty spicy. Feels like we can get a crazy move today, even without data. Just the way that these players are playing right now feels very interesting. All right, moving up a little bit more. Their current seller. Buyer, seller. Seller's up here. Buyer, man. This buyer is surprising me. Buyer is surprising me. Yeah. Man, they're pinning this thing. It's pretty crazy. So what we opened close strong yesterday. Overnight. A lot of stuff gapped up, and then we sold off pre-market. Sold off again pre-market. And now we're running into some chop. If I had a theory, I would say this is kind of, well, not theory, this is fabricated. It's like a fabricated sell. That's a real, that's probably a real sell. Yeah, this looks a little fabricated here. I had to put a theory on something. All right, if this candle goes green with some gusto, I might have to go long. Switch the position around here. Need volume though. Need it. Need volume to uptick here. Volume's not quite getting there. Not yet. Looks like we may get stopped out here. Volume is trying to get up there. It's just not working its way up there. The seller's still here until unless this closes inside of there, so we'll see what happens here. Now, don't get me wrong. This looks very trappish, especially coming back into the range. So we could run from here for the majority of the day up. I'm surprised we caught a bounce here. This one player didn't seem that strong, to be honest. And we're about to get stopped. Any second now. One tick away. That should happen. All right. 1 minute left in the candle. Volume is not even close to where we need it to be. It's looking very bullish. Looking very crazy.
Order filled.
There it is. All right. That's all right. Take a little smackdown on the morning, but we will have to take this long if the volume kicked up. It just did not kick up. We're still going to be a little bit patient here. But now that this seller's taken out, we might run up a little bit. This would be crazy. The high. Both the same high. Just chilling, man. So we recovered from the pre-market range, came up. This isn't a real buyer. This isn't a real buyer. This is your real buyer from over here, but I'm gonna be honest. I still think this goes down. I still think it goes down. But I'm just playing the reads of the day, so I'm not really trying to force anything. I think it's gonna give it up in a miraculous fashion. Oh man, I gotta do a short stream today. It's so unfortunate because I'm sure we're gonna catch some great trades later on today. Two minutes left in that candle. Particularly chill. These are equal highs right here in these bars. All flipped over here. Now, if this one gets some volume, this one has an actual chance to move. Ooh. 1 minute left. Volume's not quite there. Little upticks. All right, 12 seconds. The volume looks pretty good actually. If we can kick up just a little bit more. Need to get to 9. Did not get to 9. Oh, okay. Still don't take it. Interesting. All right. Still waiting. A little bit of a hot reaction from these sellers. Market makers are trying anything they can to get this to go down. So they have a budget. They're having other passive sellers help them out, and they immediately are trying to shove that down. This isn't real buying yet. This is all reactionary buying from this player here. Who's over here? It never left. So, yeah, so tapping into this liquidity. This is actual supply here. Bulls are just looking to storm this thing, storm the castle. Yeah, this thing looks like it's going to move up pretty good. Hope we can get a good price here. The volume on this bar is much heavier than the other bars. Much heavier. We just look. Basic volume. We have 18K.
Order filled.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Order filled.
I don't know how that happened. Yeah, 18K, 15K, 15K, 9, 15.9. Then we're already at 10K. It's only halfway through this bar. So this is basically saying we got forecasting up to 22K volume, 23K volume in the next 24K. Well, look at that volume just coming in. Yeah, in the next 5 minutes. So this is definitely going to get an uptick in volume on this bar. It depends on how it closes. But we might be in here. Volume's looking very good. Might be able to get in twice here. 1 minute left in this candle. One more gets into this aggressor up here. You got some ICT people going to be looking to short roughly around here. Looking very strong so far. We still got some sellers to run into, but hey, this is looking good. This is a new buyer right here. These two. 30 seconds. We don't want this candle too big. 30 points. 40 points. This one's sitting at, as long as we don't get above here by close, we're good.
Order filled.
We got a little bit of slippage there. We come down a little bit. I'm going to look to add one more. All right. All right. Third trade of the morning already. This is a lot before 8 a.m. We take this one on the chin, it's going to hurt. This guy's gone. This guy's gone. May even have to add here. Also a lot of room to the upside here. This does break out. We could easily get up to the 700s. Easily. All right, pushing up still. Turn off these notifications on the desktop audio. I'm not even using it anyways. People are liking that Palantir article. Interesting what people take to. All right, over here we're just running into this. I mean, this is another. I don't think this is the one ICT people take, but this is another little fair value gap. Yeah. Time is it? Ooh, 7:24. All right. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end the stream here, but I will still be trading. Might jump back on a little later, but till then, trading.